of course, during the pandemic has been a major issue, as you've touched on. Adding to that uncertainty, people in traditional energy jobs have concerns about the Biden administration's clean energy plan. People who work in coal especially have heard before that there will be jobs and programs to help them transition to no avail. Why should they believe that this time will be different?
Well, first of all, let me say that the president has been very clear that this is not about any existing leases in terms of coal on and what we're doing in terms of oil and coal and federal lands. This is about what we need to do going forward to create more jobs. The president feels very strongly that when we are thinking about saving our environment, when you talk to him about climate change, the first thing that he talks about is job creation. And so it's job creation around investing in American manufacturing, job creation in terms of investing in American infrastructure and building back up American infrastructure, job creation around, for example, all of those skilled workers who are in the coal industry and transferring those skills to what we need to do in terms of dealing with reclaiming abandoned landmines, what we need to do around plugging leaks from oil and gas wells and transferring those important skills to the work that has yet to be done that needs to get done.
Work that many Americans would argue still needs done is some sort of financial relief for people struggling to make ends meet as month 10 of the COVID-19 pandemic drags on.
The president and I are really clear. We can't continue this way, and we've got to work with a sense of urgency. And so we're offering the American Rescue Plan that's about opening schools back up in a safe way. It's about getting support for small businesses, getting relief for families. So many people have been unemployed for almost a year at this point, hardworking folks who have lost their jobs through no fault of their own. And the president and I feel very strongly that these are the moments when we are facing a crisis of unbelievable proportion, that the American people deserve their leaders to step up and stand up for them.
The plan includes things like $1,400 checks for each person in a household, expanded unemployment benefits, and it would mount a national vaccination program. West Virginia has been leading the nation when it comes to actually getting shots in arms. Earlier this week, President Biden said that distribution would be based on a state's population. West Virginia is a small state with one of the oldest and most vulnerable populations. So is basing the distribution on a state's population fair, especially when small states like West Virginia are efficiently getting people vaccinated?
Our plan is to get everybody vaccinated without any question. So our plan was and remains that for the first 100 days of our administration, 100 million vaccinations will be performed. But listen, that's why we have the American Rescue Plan, because we have over 320 million people in our country. It's that and it's more. It's also about looking at the rates of child poverty in our country that have been highlighted and have grown exponentially because of the fact that their parents are now unemployed. And so our American Rescue Plan is also about lifting children out of poverty.